Hey guys, thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a WoW tournament without some kind of technical difficulty.
Not at all. But it's good that it's coming back up. We just had our streamer restart his stream and his router and everything because he's been streaming for a long time for us today. Hopefully you guys can tell all your friends that we are back up. It looks like his stream seems pretty solid.
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah, it was very choppy before, and it looks smooth now, so I'm sure everyone will start flooding back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys, if it's not showing or anything like that, just hit refresh.
Yeah.
And get this game going. I think the last we had was that 1-1 with these wizards. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Alright, let's get... You go spam this in IRC channels.
Okay, and it looks like we are already going into the third map here, and it's going to be Dalaran. That's what we tried to do before the stream went down, so we're just continuing where we left off.
Whoever ZDOS and we should stop doing that, by the way. I'm just kidding.
Oh god, don't say that.
It's probably a bad idea to say that, right?
Yes, very much. Hope they don't have your IP. Alright guys, if you're just tuning in, of course, this is going to be the NAO Invitational. It's our first one. We're running round robins. We have 8 great teams playing. Currently it is 1-1 with Benny, Serenus, and Velsis playing Warlock Enhancement, Elemental Shaman, Resto Druid. And they are going to be playing against a Shadow play when this Resto Druid play has been absolutely amazing. So Shuri doing a great job keeping his teammates alive.
Definitely, and it's pretty interesting to see, the Druid are supposed to be the hot class, the ones who never cast, and after watching some of these Shaman games, Druid are definitely casting a lot of Shamans.
Yeah, they definitely are. Pretty funny
really
switch.
Good play by these Druids, especially Shuri as well. And gates have opened, so the players are going to be jumping down.
Yep, and since if you guys are just tuning in, haven't seen one because of our short break, looks like we have about half our viewers back, so if you guys can let everyone know that was watching, so spam those trade chats and forums. There's a post on the WoW general forums, I think on the Arena forums actually. So go and spam that, get some updates. And so with Dalaran Arena, the rules that we've been doing is the players are going to have to wait by the stairs, and then they get to start. So we do a little countdown for them, since this is kind of the players running it and getting everything all set up. So I'm going to release Spirit. Looks like these players are definitely ready. So I'm going to count it down. Actually, do you need me to move? Am I still in that group? Let me see.
I gave Benny's leader so they can move it around.
Okay, hold on. Just want to make sure everything's all set. Benny's forgetting. Alright, okay, I'm going to count it down.
Ready to go?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the game is going to start.
And this is the final match of this series. It is tied 1-1.
Oh, and look at that. Serenus tried to...
Already the knockoff.
Yep, definitely. He managed to knock the Shadow Priest a bit back, but Chetica had to get knocked off.
Oh, you see that Shuri was able to get the opening pounce on Velsis there and get a full clone.
Yeah, it was a really good start from that already.
Definitely.
But lots of damage coming out from Benny's team.
Look at Shuri already had to use tree form.
Yeah. I mean, that Chetica taking
tons of damage coming out.
As we have a Cyclone on to Mind Melter right there. To stop a little bit of the damage, but having to blow tree form this early, especially in this matchup, I know that Benny's and Serenus. Oh, look at that! The mid-air port. So, you know, it was just...
Each druid is just kind of sitting at opposite boxes here.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting, because it'll be such a different playstyle having an elemental shaman than not having one at this
Right.
point. Of course, tons of shadowy apparitions rocking right there.
Wow. There is the disarm on Seranus with the Shadow Fiend out. Ton of damage on him. I'm sure we're going to see it. Wow. Just instantly dies. I'm sure the... That's Shadow Priest.
Oh, yeah, you see those wings come out and just the numbers.
I don't even think there was CC on Velsis
Oh.
there. Just probably got caught off guard. Chetica with tons of damage. Well, both locks did a ton of damage. But just dropped him.
Wings up, hose down, I guess.
Yep.
Damn.
And that's going to end that series. So Shuri's Shadow play, and that's going to be Shuri on the Druid, JS on the Shadow Priest, and Chetica on the Lock. Very impressive Shadow play team right now. That just took that 2-1 series against the LSD of Velsis, Benny's, and Seranus. So we're going to try and get into our next series as soon as possible here to make up for that lost time.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to have that. It's going to be Lark Mage Shaman. Then it's going to be playing against Philo Massives and Collectives. So a lot of star players on these teams.
Definitely.
Wow.
That wings up, hose down. That's going to be like a
Oh
new,
god.
it's a new.
Alright, so our next team, I gotta drop out from
Yeah,
this.
I'll invite you in a second.
Alright.
And it looks like, do we have a splash up? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be What's a Goon to a Goblin, which is the MLS of Voodoo Moose Champs and Nevs. They're pretty much veteran players, have been playing together for a long time. And it's going to be against the DKLS of Collective Massives and Philo. And I actually was able to watch these guys play each other as practice about a week ago. And they're really good games. Just a ton of damage, as you can imagine, both teams. And they actually, I think they ended up about splitting, so this should be a good series. I'm not sure what they're going to change up or anything like that, but it was pretty impressive. And I know that the MLS hadn't had much practice together at that point, so maybe they'll have upped their game.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now I got this invite. We'll have to see what our next match is. So we are going to start on a grand again. We always start that. It's a nice even map for both teams. I know some of the Hunter Cleave teams would like every map to be on Ring of Valor. It's not going to happen.
Alright, so it looks like
Ready?
Benny's team has...
Benny's team is opting out of the tournament after getting blown up by that Shadow play. Then, for those that know, that team, that LSD, was originally supposed to be a Benny's, Chrysalid, and Nelio, which is actually a really solid RLS, a really good team. I was looking forward to watching them play, but for some reason, I think Chrysalid and Nelio weren't able to participate in the tournament, so they had this LSD thrown together at the last minute, and you know, it did their best. But it looks like they may be opting out of the
Hey,
tournament.
Seranus blew some people up.
Yeah, no,
Forgot to do
Seranus
that.
is always doing the work, always meatballing people. I like the term meatballing. I think it was coined by Sea-Doo. Looks like a giant meatballing lava burst. But I have the whole MLS ready in my group. They're ready to go.
I think we're working on the DK list right now, so should be done soon.
Alright. Oh boy. Alright, so we are doing this as best of threes, since it's a round robin, all teams are playing. We are in the fourth round right now? Third round?
This is the third round.
This is the third round. And then after this, it's going to be a, are we doing double elimination?
No,
Or single elimination?
yep.
Okay.
so
And it'll be best of 5 for those. We're going to place them into a bracket play, and then the finals are going to be best of 7.
correct.
Right, and the grand is going to be the first round as normal. The chat is predicting that the DK is going to die.
Well, what I think is that the MLS is going to go as hard as they can onto the Shaman collective, and if they can get him in some deeps with some coils and MCSs, they can definitely take him down. I think the problem that the MLS is going to run into is that if the DK is allowed to just stop as much damage as possible, DKs are really great at just interrupting and being annoying and with damage interrupts. They can really just shut down, especially that mage, and just keep the game at their pace and not let the MLS kind of control and push in. So I think we'll see a lot of swaps onto the Shaman collective, especially.
Yep. Alright, gates are about to open, I think.
Yep, they're open.
Alright, I'm going to join up. Amazing. Alright, we have, of course, Nevs and Testicles playing, and that's his champ.
Yep. That is Voodoo Moose on the Shaman, Champ on the Mage, and Nevs on the Lock, and that's going to be Philovirus on the opposing team's Warlock, Collective on the Shaman, and Massives playing as blocks on that DK.
Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Neilio had a late night shift at Domino's and overslept. That was a good one, chat. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so this could be a rather fast match out of both of these
definitely.
teams.
Well, last time we saw this DK they just put out a ton of pressure. We'll see what they can do this time.
They did. Alright. So looks like a little bit of passive play at the beginning from both. It's funny, this the Mage Champ seems to be using his Mastery Trinket right from the start, almost every single time. Because mages can do a lot of damage.
Definitely. Just kind of trying to pull that DK back into a bad position. But they are pushing in here. There's the grip with the Soul Swap onto the Shaman.
Wow, and look at that damage onto the DK already.
Definitely. He does use AMS though.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing. They can blow through all those cooldowns, but a Strangulate...
There's a Strangulate onto the Shaman. He is dipping very low.
Oh, and look at those Necrotics also. Wow, barely moves his health with that NS. And he's going to have to get...
He's able to get this off. Oh, he does get spell locked. I'm not sure if they was able to fake that or not.
Oh, he's going to have to try to stay out of line of sight as much as he can, but here comes Mage.
This DK does not have AMS. They're putting a ton of damage into him.
You can see Champ's doing a ton of damage onto that DK because he doesn't have AMS up left, but Nev's taking a lot of damage too. They burned a lot of cooldowns pretty quickly. Of course, he does have Spirit Link Totem left, but his team is a little bit spread out. And Massive's just taking a ton of damage, down to 50% already.
Philo's pet has been banished. I'm not sure if they're trying to split some sort of damage onto him, but there is the AMS from the DK again.
Yeah, and also the Mage taking a little off damage too. Damage everywhere between these two teams. Of course,
there's the deep onto the DK. He's unable to get out of that. A lot of Ice Lances onto him. Well, there's the CS onto Collective. It might have been a blanket.
Of course, the DK taking a massive amount of damage the entire time. That Hex onto Philo going to stop a little bit of the damage, but it seems like they're able to swap onto...
Yep, and there was Tremor just used by Collective. He did get full spell locked by Nevs.